Hi everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. We are going to get into a reading. This is going to be a general reading for the collective. Anybody may resonate with this. If you are new, welcome to the channel. If you are returning, welcome to the channel. My name is Gabriella. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing that taking a few steps back is going to be definitely helpful to get something to come into focus properly for you right now. We're starting off with the Ten of Pentacles, also the Death card, Scorpio, Aquarius. Ten of Pentacles, the Death card, the Star. So we have Scorpio and Aquarius next to one another here. There may be a shedding, a letting go that's happening. With the Ten of Pentacles, this can be something that priorly we felt quite comfortable holding on to, and maybe even something that we thought would be an answer for us. However, this may be something grounded in the material realm. So it can be a space where it's like, when I get that award, or when I get that car, or when I get into that relationship, that's going to be the thing for me. And then you find yourself in a space where you're also letting go of that too. There's something going on here that it seems like you achieved something and now you are ready for the next thing. You're ready for some sort of transition, and I'm seeing this definitely be part of your soul mission, your soul path, a growth and evolution that you're moving through right now. And it seems like you may be leaving something behind, something that provided security for you at some point. How I'm seeing this is that you may have an activation of Pluto in your chart. Also, too, Pluto's changing signs. Also, this hasn't happened for a while. Pluto is very, very slow moving, but it is shifting, and it is going to be staying in place after the next... Let's say, where are we right now? 23. After, like, from now until the next 3 years, it's kind of going to be, like, shifting back and forth, but then it is solidly going to be in place in 2026, I believe. And so there may be some sort of process that you're moving through right now where you're having some sort of Pluto activation in your chart, meaning it is going to kind of come into play within your life right now. There could be something that you are leaving behind or growing from, or recognizing that like you could hold on to something but it's not as important as maybe something spiritually for you, soul path wise. Like, I could stay at this job and be very comfortable staying here, and at the same time I feel like I'm missing my calling by not going in another direction. Or you just feel like it's time to continue on and to continue moving forward. Self-discovery. Whatever this is that you're following, it may be a complete switch up from what you were doing before. It may look very different. You may be feeling very different. Also, too, people on the outside looking in may be like, why would you leave that thing? Like, you have everything. Why would you be leaving that? And I'm seeing you be at a point where you're like, there's more to it, though. There's moving, there's growing. And there's still discovery, there's still self-remembering that's settling into place here. I'm hearing this has been a long time coming. It also seems like there could have been a lot of confusion leading up to this point as well. Maybe there still is. It's all part of it. There is a fear or a worry Okay, so this is energetically kind of the notion of what I'm picking up on here. When you have a very original path, we can call it, where it's not a cookie cutout that everybody else is doing. You know how in some, I guess in all societies, there can be like forms that take shape where it's like you go to school and then you get a job and then you do this and then you do that. And it's kind of like this regimented A, B, and C of what's to follow. You may be in a place where, because of something that has touched your life and been activated and is coming forward now that you feel like is relevant, something kind of that you can't unsee, feels very much like awakening to the matrix, like one of those vibes here that you're going through right now, where you could be going through some spiritual hold on, initiation, activation. You find yourself in a spot where you're like, I know that I'm meant to be doing something, even recognizing that you just feel special, not at the exclusion of other people, but there's something that comes alive in you that makes you realize that you have a unique path. However, this can be very difficult because when we decide to like activate and follow our unique path, you're kind of carving the way. There's not really anyone necessarily that's gone before you that can be like, first you go here and then you take a left at, I'm hearing Dover Street. It's a complicated process of you tuning in and you listening to your intuition and feeling things out for yourself. There's not going to necessarily, not usually, be like an A, B, and C of what to do. Sometimes it will feel more obvious than other times, but for some of you, you may be experiencing some worrying, some growing pains right now of being like, I'm here and I'm waking up and I'm aware now and I'm present now, but what am I supposed to do with all of this? I feel kind of lost as far as how to even like apply these steps pragmatically within my life. So I'm seeing you be in a spot where it may feel very, very heavy right now for you, especially too because like some of you may have taken some sort of like leap of faith or made some sort of big change, or you've recently gone through a transition or you're in the midst of a transition and you're doing this for the betterment of you, but there's still this quality of feeling unsure, feeling uneasy, or even feeling scared, which is totally normal. Normalize your feelings. Just let them be. So for some of you, there may be an ending that you recently went through, or there's something that needs to end that you may not have done yet. You may be feeling a lack of a connection right now, but I'm getting that this is just a momentary... I'm hearing a momentary gaze. This feels just like a moment where it's relative to the present. It's not always going to feel like this, but you may feel some sort of disconnect even. Like, how do I get connected with that thing, or with that person, or with that feeling, or with that message? You're already connected. It's a matter of seeing it. I'm seeing you work with some Neptunian energy here, which can be hard to get a grip on. It's very elusive, but I'm seeing something is going to become more concrete with you, for you, the more that you work on this. This is kind of taking like thought bubbles that are around you and messages and frequencies and grounding them to make them solid, tangible, and comprehensive as well. So this is going to take work, you working with your energy. I'm seeing Neptune be at the forefront here. I'm seeing this be something important. There's probably also something going on with Neptune transiting or the Neptune within your chart right now. An activation of the Neptune. Interesting. I'm also seeing Saturn be connected with this as well. What this looks like to me is that this may be kind of a big opening of a cycle for you that you're going to be going through. Probably for a larger span of time, this is going to be happening. The more that you connect in the ways that you know how, to ground in the ways that you know how, when it comes to connection, this is like connecting with anything that like brings other things to life. It can be with like people, with children, with animals, with nature, whatever it is that helps you feel like you can start like picking up on the vibrations of things and that you are connected and one. Those things are going to help you. I'm also hearing something about compiling, and I'm seeing it's just a matter of shifting your perspective and also working within that. There may also be many, many different. It's not just going to be people. There may be other instances. There's a focus on collaborating. Sometimes it may be people that you are collaborating with, sometimes like live face to face in the moment. Sometimes it's going to be like books that you are working with. Sometimes it can be a podcast or like a video, something like that. Many different ways. You may be working with your spirit guides. There can be lots of different people. I'm not just seeing one particular figure. I'm seeing it kind of be like whoever's vibrationally coming through that you are connecting with. I'm seeing multiple collaborations that you are going to be part of, and I'm seeing that this is going to lead you somewhere. There is a conclusion to this, but this all looks like a very huge, big, I'm hearing break and also opening of a new chapter for you. As I said before about the leap of faith, I am seeing the Fool on the bottom of the deck here, which all of this seems like it's culminating into you taking a leap of faith or a big chance with something, or really just trusting what you're going through right now. Even if a lot of it feels unclear with Neptune. Because Neptune can make things very like beautiful and glorious, and also can be a bit foggy and hazy sometimes, where it's like, what's really going on here? And I'm seeing this may also happen sometimes with people that you work with. Like, it's just a matter of getting on the right frequency. Also, too, to have Neptune next to the Three of Pentacles, okay, Ace of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Three of Pentacles. There are going to be lots of different energies and people that you are connecting with. You may be drawn in for one reason, and the purpose you're connecting with them may be different. Sometimes it's kind of like this. Your guides will like show you somebody, and the reasons that you initially feel attracted to them are kind of what like lures you into the connection. But then there's potentially another purpose as to why you're meant to be working with this person or interacting. So just keep your mind open as to keep your mind open to allow things to kind of take shape and form in the way that they will. Because sometimes when we have too many like models and expectations and they're not aligning with reality, it can be perplexing, because we're like, why is this not fitting in that box? But it was never meant to. And it's our own models that are trying to force something that doesn't fit and making the whole experience very confusing. And you want to be mindful of that with Neptune too, because it can be like, I feel this kind of ambiguous, maybe sometimes not ambiguous, connection towards somebody, and I'm trying to figure out, why is this here? Like, why have we been brought together? What's the bigger purpose? Like, how do I put my like finger on the pulse of this situation between you and I? And what are we meant to be doing here and working on together? And it seems like it's very much a path of discovery and like leaving it open-ended to kind of see how it takes shape and form. As I said before, it is going somewhere. So these things all have, it's a means to an end. All of it is going to be ending with the world. We are getting somewhere. There's something that is going to be accomplished through this experience. So I'm looking at Scorpio, Aquarius, Neptune, and Saturn. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.